Welcome again. It's been such a joy to have you come into our household again. It looks like some different things are here. You're going to see an illustrated sermon today. And so before we do so, Dixie, would you just share with us a song?
Worship with me. You know this song, I'm sure. How great is our God. Sing with me, how great is our God. Oh, we'll see how great is our God. And how great is our God. Sing with me, how great is our God. Oh, we'll see how great is our God. The splendor of the King, clothed in majesty, let all the earth rejoice, all the earth rejoice. He wraps himself in light, and darkness tries to hide, trembles at his voice, trembles at his voice. How great is our God. Sing with me, how great is our God. Oh, we'll see how great is our God. And age to age he stands, and time is in his hands, beginning and the end, beginning and the end. The Godhead three in one, Father, Spirit, and Son, the Lion and the Lamb, Lion and the Lamb. How great is our God. Sing with me, how great is our God. Oh, we'll see how great is our God. Name above all names, worthy of all praise. My heart will sing, how great is our God. Yes, sing it with me. Name above all names, worthy of all praise. My heart will sing, how great. My heart will sing, how great. My heart will sing, how great is our God.
Man, I'm going to give a little lesson today on Roy G. Biv. And you go, wow, who is he? Well, it's not really a person. Do you realize that there's 7 basic colors of the rainbow? There's red, orange, and yellow, Roy, the first 3 letters of each. green, and then there's blue, indigo, and violet, Biv. Seven colors of the rainbow. And every time we see a beautiful rainbow, we realize the promise that God gave to us that he would never destroy the earth again by flooding it with water, as in the days of Noah. But we have those colors that are reflected, and those colors intrigued me. Now, I have a big lemon here, and you see this lemon, and color that we see is yellow, or actually, is it really yellow? Or do we really see yellow? I remember when I used to teach some of the basic things of science over 40 years ago, and I think back and go, wow, that was a long time ago. And I used to say some of the same words to my students, and of course they always would say, well, yeah, it's the color of yellow. But actually, what we see is every color except yellow. What we see is a reflection, and the reflection that we see is yellow. See, this lemon, this yellow lemon, has really no yellow in it. It has every other color, and it's actually the lack of yellow that's in that lemon that we actually see. We see a reflection of the visible wavelength that corresponds to the color yellow. So we actually don't see that yellow. Now, I have a shoe, and the shoe's black. And if we saw what this black is, we go, well, what color is black? Well, actually, it's all of the colors. Every color that is in the rainbow is in this shoe. And really what we see is what color is absorbed. And there actually is no reflection of color. So we don't see anything that's given off of the shoe. The black is absorbed. Now, over here I have a white rose. It's a really beautiful, beautiful color of white rose. Well, is it actually white? Well, do you realize that actually light that we see is actually every color of the rainbow? That's what we see. So this color of white is actually every color of the rainbow that's reflected back to us. So it gives off every color that it receives. The lemon, it takes in all of the colors, but because there's really no yellow, it reflects yellow. So it only gives off one color. The white rose reflects every color in the rainbow, every color that it receives. So now then, here's the Bible lesson for today. The lemon received all of the colors but yellow, but gave off the color of yellow because it reflected, or it gave something for us to receive as a color. That black shoe that I showed you is that it absorbed every color and it gave off nothing. So what am I talking about? That black shoe received everything, but it gave nothing back. That white rose, it took in all of the light, all of the lights of the colors of the sun, of the rainbow, but because it didn't keep any colors absorbed in itself, it gave back everything. Well, what are you absorbing and what are you giving back? So many of us need to give something, and then our true color can be seen. You see, what you take of this world and you keep to yourself is not who you are, but that of what you're not. Let me repeat that. When you take in all that you are, you don't give off anything that you really are. Remember the reflection? So, what are you empty of? What do you lack? Those that take this world and they don't give, they're empty. Those who desire love and take it from the world or absorb it from the world, but don't give it back, they are loveless. Those who seek blessings, but they don't give out blessings, are unblessed. So that which you give is what you become. Those who give love are loved. Those who give are given to. Those who give blessings are blessed. Matthew chapter 5 and verse number 14 says, "You are the light of the world, a city that's on a hilltop that cannot be hidden. No one lights a lamp and then puts it under a basket. Instead, a lamp is placed on a stand where it gives light to everyone in the house. And in the same way, let your good deeds shine out for all to see, so that everyone will praise your Heavenly Father, the source of your light, the source of everything that you have." John chapter 1, or 1 John chapter number 1, verse number 5 says this, "This is the message that we've heard from him and declare it to you. God is light, and in him there is no darkness at all." Matthew chapter 4, verse number 16 says, "The people living in darkness have seen a great light, and those living in the land of the shadow of death, a light has dawned." See, it brought hope. That's what's reflecting. So today, rejoice in his light. Rejoice in the world that's around you. Reflect that. Take everything in, but then give it all back, because then you will be blessed. Today, my friends, let's rejoice in the fact that Jesus is our light, and in him we are satisfied and are full. Dixie, God bless you.
Why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows fall? Why should my heart feel lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, a constant friend is he. His eyes on the sparrow, and I know bless you today.